Mission Impossible Fallout. So Mission Impossible Fallout is the 6th Mission Impossible movie in the Mission Impossible franchise. That's 22 years, I believe, 6 movies, 1 lead actor, never changed, and no reboots. That's pretty impressive by Hollywood standards. Tom Cruise is back as Ethan Hunt. You have Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, the usual crew. They gotta find these nukes because it's always nukes. It's nukes, but there's a lot going on also. A lot going on that I'm not gonna spoil, so let's just kind of get into what I like. First of all, Tom Cruise. I feel like this is repetitive. Every time I'm like, he's still got it. But he does. The dude dangles from a helicopter. It's like he was like, I dangled from a plane. I don't know if I can outdo that, but let's dangle me from a helicopter. Next time will probably be a rocket, because why not? And Henry Cavill. I thought Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill, they brought some good rivalry. It was a good dynamic between them. And I like the fact this movie has humor interjected into it. You see some action movies these days, they overplay the humor card sometimes. I don't feel this movie overplayed its hand at humor. I felt having humor in these moments, which is very reasonable, very human, very normal, very real. But really, this is not only an espionage movie, not only a spy movie, it's an action movie. And holy fuck the action. There's a common phrase when people are reviewing action movies. It's like, yeah, it's just, it's a fun time at the movies. It's fun. It's meant to be fun. It's like this movie gets that, but also doesn't compromise everything else in the process. Whereas I feel a lot of movies that go for that, a lot of movies that want to be like, we're going to be the fun action movie, they compromise a lot in the process in terms of character and depth. You can't take the movie seriously because it doesn't take itself seriously. Most of the time that's fine because we all know what they're there for. They know the movie they're making. We know the movie we're watching. But it's also really refreshing on those rare occasions to find a movie that excels in the action movie department, but also takes itself seriously enough for you to see a genuine attempt at someone making the best movie of the summer. I really feel like this movie's gonna make other action movies up their game. Like all the other movies are gonna be like, oh god, you mean we can have action that's that good and also have a movie that is by and large that good? If it's not an entertaining foot chase sequence, it's an entertaining car chase sequence. If it's not an entertaining car chase sequence, it's an entertaining motorcycle sequence, etc. There's more. It's like the movie goes enough for you to white knuckle it and then keeps you there for a second and then goes one step further. Before you pass out, the movie's like, don't worry, we're gonna let you breathe after this last thing. And you just have to hold your breath a little more. It's like they're trying to make audiences around the world just simultaneously pass out from tension. This movie soars as high as possible without actually burning its own wings. What did I say? Mission Impossible Fallout? I'm trying to look for flaws because this is a review. I feel like I'm supposed to have flaws. I just can't think of any. It's an epic. It's a true espionage spy action movie epic. It's what, 2 hours, 20 minutes long? I wanted it to go for longer. It's like, oh no, don't stop now, because throughout the movie, they do this thing and they have to go on to the next thing. They finish that thing, they have to go on to the next thing. And when the last thing happens, the last thing is obviously the last thing, but I was like, I could take one more thing. No? Okay, end credits. I suppose they could have played up the conflict between Ethan Hunt and another character in the movie. In the trailer, you see her say, don't make me go through you. They could have played it up more than they ended up playing it up in the movie. But it doesn't compromise the movie as a whole. That's like an Elseworld hypothesis that I'm throwing out there. In the end, Mission Impossible Fallout, it had it. It had it for me. It had more than I thought it could. None of that shaky cam nonsense that makes you nauseous. If you get nauseous, it's because you're holding your breath too long because the movie's intense. It's like we're 6 movies deep in the Mission Impossible franchise and they're making their best stuff now. I haven't had an adrenaline rush like that in the theater in years. And I will say Mission Impossible Fallout is awesome-tacular. Alright, so Mission Impossible Fallout. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's your favorite and least favorite Mission Impossible movies? Whatever they are, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.